Welcome back to another episode, Trailblazers. It is this episode 70. We've made it. And I'm not this ESL Trailblazer. Let's make something happen. Build to learn. Now, for this episode, I'm sticking with the science realm. Remember, for all you lifelong learners out there, all the topics are covered for fluency practice. And if you are a teacher watching this, you might get some benefit because there could be some topics that interest you or some vocabulary that you might want to use with your students. But let's get on to fluency for the day, and the topic is staying in the science realm. As I just said, I'm moving though to the natural sciences. Last week I was in physics with the powerful collocations. You can check out the link above me for that fantastic episode that I really enjoyed making. You'll get some great collocations, very practical for you to use. But today, the collocations in the idioms come from the weather. And you're thinking, oh, weather? Here we go again. What are you doing? This is not fluency. But guess what? You'd be surprised to discover, and I'm about to share it with you, all these fantastic words and expressions that we use that come from weather words, and how versatile and flexible they are in regular speaking, even in the business world, which is a lot of my students come from. So without further ado, let's get into it right away. First expression, one of my favorites. Every cloud has a silver lining. I don't know if you have an equivalent in your language, if you are not a native speaker of English, but every cloud has a silver lining means difficult situations can have positive effects. All right, that's the simple definition. And basically, that can be a mindset changer right there. If you have the kind of mindset where you're always looking at the positive when it's a negative, that can really influence your life, the way you work, and the lifestyle you have in general. So every cloud has a silver lining. Always look at the positive. We use a simple word like being optimistic or staying positive, but this expression really nails it, okay? The next one I have is weather the storm. All right, so that means to endure a difficult period. And we can use that in so many contexts. You know, maybe it's a difficult period in your family, or a difficult period in your personal life, or a difficult period with relationships or work, or school if you are a student. So weather the storm, meaning try to endure, a nice word as well in the definition, try to survive, get through this difficult period. Very nice expression. You don't have to use a lot of words. There it is, weather the storm. Just like a ship or a sailboat out in the ocean. The next one is to be snowed under. Very common in course books. You find it all the time. When you say I am snowed under, it means that you are too busy, overwhelmed, you have a lot of work. You don't have time to meet for that drink, to meet just to catch up, or to do this activity or other thing that you're being requested to do. Okay? To be snowed under. Very nice expression. Know which way the wind is blowing. All right? This one means to be aware of current conditions. Now, in a sailboat or in a ship, I gotcha. But again, metaphorically, we can use it when we're trying to say that you have to be knowledgeable and informed about the current conditions when deciding to take some kind of specific action, or giving a presentation on a specific topic, or taking part in a meeting or some other event where you want to contribute but you're not aware of the current conditions. Okay? Know which way the wind is blowing. And it could even be used sarcastically to say you need to know something. You can't just show up not knowing anything. All right? The other expression I have is calm before the storm. That one might not be as practical as the other ones I've just mentioned, but calm before the storm, period of peace followed by chaos. So you need to gather momentum during the calm before the storm, okay? That one is going to be a little harder to use, not so common, but you might say that this is the calm before the storm. Maybe if you're a student and right now you're not having any exams or quizzes or big projects due at school, okay? Before deadlines, the calm before the storm. The storm is when the deadline is approaching, right? Not have the foggiest idea is my last expression before I get onto the collocations. Now, this one again is used pretty regularly. I hear it a lot by native speakers. Not have the foggiest idea. We're using fog, the weather word, to say that we're totally unaware or ignorant of something. We don't have a clue. Okay, so instead of saying I don't have a clue, I have no idea, which is the most common one. For fluency, you can say I don't have the foggiest idea. Okay, so that can cover anything regarding work, business, professional context, or again, when someone's asking you related to an event you're attending, specifics, it covers a wide range of areas there when you don't know something. Let's move on now to some words that we associate very closely with weather, like severe, or strike, or heavy, aftershock, and erupt. So those are the words I've selected, okay, because they are quite particular and they have a lot of nice collocations, and we think of severe weather pattern, severe storm, but severe is an excellent word for you to have in your vocabulary bank and to use because it goes with a lot of nice words, especially in the business world. So severe reaction, severe conditions, severe damage, severe disadvantage, severe difficulty, severe repercussions. Bow, hit me, severe limitations. So I just gave them to you all. They're in the notes below if you need to make a record. I'm sure you can look up sentence examples if you need them. But again, all of them I've chosen because they are very commonly used, okay? If there are severe limitations to the project, then you might be under difficulty with what you can use resources to complete the project, okay? Severe difficulty, severe disadvantage. Again, you are emphasizing that this is very difficult or you are at a disadvantage with doing something, all right? I don't have time to go into every definition. You can look it up. I'm just giving you the collocations because they are very, very common. So the next one I have is strike, like thunder strikes. Great AC/DC song, all right? Thunderstruck. But strike a deal, all right? Or you strike a chord with someone, okay? Or you strike the right balance or a balance with, okay? Or an opportunity strikes. If opportunity strikes, that means that's the moment where you have to take advantage of that opportunity, okay? And if you strike a deal, it's like making a deal, all right? And strike a chord with someone, it means like that they have you have connected with them with something that you said, or you have connected with something they have said, all right? And maybe you have found something that you share in common, okay? Let's move on to heavy, like heavy rain, heavy downpour, okay? Heavy weather system, but heavy price. Heavy workload. We use it a lot with workload, okay? Heavy emphasis, heavy atmosphere. Not the atmosphere like literally the atmosphere outside, but there's a heavy atmosphere in the office, okay? Heavy traffic on the road on this Friday afternoon or evening. Heavy losses. Business losses like profits, okay? Heavy losses, which means people are going to be let go or fired, all right? Now let's go on to aftershock. This one is a little bit more limited, but I wanted to include it because aftershock, we think of the earthquakes. However, we can use it when we want to say that, you know, these are the effects of a shocking event, okay? So to cope with the aftershock or to feel the aftershock of some important event or shocking event. All right, so I mean in current news and events, it would be something like what happened to Notre Dame last month with the fire, or it could be something related with terrorism or war, or some business shocking event that caused a real shock, aftershock in the markets or in world markets spreading everywhere. Okay, that would be used there. All right, the people are feeling it after the fact it's happened. Okay, and finally my word erupt. I want to finish with this word, okay? Volcanoes erupt, you know it, but where else can we use it? Now with emotions, it's going to go a lot with emotions, okay? So he erupted in anger, okay? Or eruption of laughter. However, there can be a debate can erupt, or a dispute, or a controversy, or an argument erupts. Okay, again, we can also have the audience or crowd erupting. All right, so that means react in that context. But when controversy or an argument or a debate or a dispute erupt, nice synonyms for when there's discussion and different opinions, all those words, by the way, so make a note of them. But when they erupt, that means, in this context, it means that obviously they've started, just like the volcano, yeah? They've started and maybe they've gotten very heated and everybody is, really passionate or emotional about their opinion and what they think. Okay, so again, the context can vary, but the words do go together. And as I said, they go with emotions like anger, and also maybe another one can be violence. Violence erupts, but that would be like current events, news type context, okay? So those are the words. I've covered a lot in under 10 minutes. I've tried to do my best. I know that sometimes I go a little bit fast, and I apologize for that. If not, comment and I'll keep up the speed. Otherwise, I'll have to find a way to slow it down. Thank you very much for your viewership in episode 70. I can't believe we've made it. There's still more to go. as you can see right here, I have a lot to give. See you next week for another one. And remember, the Freshen Up Fridays newsletter is always there for you to sign up if you want more bonus stuff, especially for teachers. Okay, but not only. So take care. Have a great week. Be proud teachers, lifelong learners. I'm Nanda signing out. I'll see you. Take care.